New York State is adopting new world language standards. There are two major standards, communication and cultures. Communication. Learners communicate effectively in the target language in order to function in a variety of contexts and for multiple purposes. Communication includes interpretive communication, interpersonal communication, and presentational communication. Interpretive communication means learners understand, interpret, and analyze what is heard, read, received, or viewed on a variety of topics using a range of diverse texts, including authentic resources. Reading and understanding a book in the target language is interpretive communication. Watching a movie from the target language country is also interpretive communication. Interpersonal communication means learners interact and negotiate meaning in spontaneous, spoken, visual, or written communication to exchange information and express feelings, preferences, and opinions. Chatting with your friend is interpersonal communication. Exchanging emails or letters with other people is also interpersonal communication. Presentational communication means learners present information and ideas on a variety of topics adapted to various audiences of listeners, readers, or viewers to describe, inform, narrate, explain, or persuade. Writing an article, a story, or a book is presentational communication. Making a speech in front of a group of audience is also presentational communication. Cultural standards. Learners use the target language to identify, describe, compare, and explain the practices, products, and perspectives of the cultures studied. When we study cultures, we have two goals. 1. Relating cultural practices and products to perspectives. 2. Cultural comparisons. Relating cultural practices and products to perspectives means learners use the target language to identify, describe, and explain the practices and products of the cultures studied, as well as the cultural perspectives they suggest. Products refer to things created by members of the culture. Practices are the traditional ideas, attitudes, meanings, and values of that society. Perspectives are patterns of behavior accepted by a society. As you can see that the products are only the small part of that iceberg, while practices and perspectives are the huge part underneath the water. For example, celebrating Christmas is the culture of many Western countries. Giving gifts is one of the practices. Christmas tree is one of the products. Christmas has religious perspective. It is a Christian holiday. Nowadays, celebrating Christmas also means family get-together. Cultural comparisons means learners use the target language to compare the products and practices of the cultures studied and their own. For example, we can compare how people celebrate Chinese Spring Festival in China and how people celebrate Christmas in the US and around the world. In summary, there are two major standards for New York State world languages: communication and cultures. There are three modes of communications: interpretive, interpersonal, and presentational. For cultures, we need to focus on cultural products, practices, and perspectives, and also cultural comparisons.